Hello and welcome everyone and good morning. Currently it is 2 a.m. and we're setting off our journey to Lille, France. We're gonna be doing a bit of a roundabout. We're gonna go first to Italy, then fly to Belgium, and then take the bus to France, which is gonna be quite a journey. And yes, of course, once again, we are going to the Pokémon TCG Regional Championship. This weekend, I will most likely play Charizard EX, and I hope I can make a solid result. Hopefully, day two, maybe even something in the lines of a deep run. We'll see how it goes, and you'll see as well. And just like that, early in the morning, our trip to Lille has started with a very smooth car ride to Italy to the airport. And after a relatively short plane ride, we touched down in Brussels, then took the bus to Lille. And of course, first thing that we did when we got there, we grabbed a bite to eat as always. And once we were done eating, we went to take a short trip around the city. The city was very nice. I liked it quite a lot. We even managed to find a very cute, very neat card shop where we, of course, had to buy some packs as well.
En Goliath,
Okay.
il veut plus de haine. L'équipant, Crisacier, Escargome et Loup-Garok.
After some playtesting and some exploring around the city, we went to the venue to do the early badge pickup. We always do it one day before the tournament starts, just to avoid that extra stress on the first day of the competition. We got to the venue, it was the same as last year, and of course, when we got there, there was a huge crowd already. And they also had the vendors as well, so of course, we had to check out what they had, and we managed to find some of the Inferno X packs, the Japanese packs that just came out in English. Those will be Phantasmal Flames. Of course, we had to get them, we had to open them, and luckily for us, we actually managed to get a few hits as well, so that was also pretty nice. And once all that was said and done, we went back to our hotel to do the check in and everything because we were quite exhausted from all the travel on this day because it was time to rest for the big day one of the tournament of the Lille Regionals 2025. Most of what you'll see from day one is me being locked in with my Charizard EX. Unfortunately, day one did not go quite as I wanted it to. I had to win the last two rounds of the tournament to get into phase two. Unfortunately, I just couldn't pull through. But fun fact, there were only 7 Slowkings in the entire tournament, and I managed to run into 2 of them back to back, which is maybe even a bigger achievement than day two, to be honest. But yeah, all jokes aside, unfortunately, that was not my best run. Yes, of course, the matchups could have been better, but in any case, not my best showing at these regionals, unfortunately. But I don't worry, it's just a lesson that I will have to lock it in a bit more for my next regionals that are gonna be in Stuttgart in just around 1 month from today. So that's gonna be a bit more important to get some more testing done and to refine even the worst matchups. On the second day, we did not play in the main event. Of course, we went to the cup, and before that, Leon and I were browsing through some Pokemon bulk, and Bella and Kaya were doing the Pokemon yoga that was also happening at the venue. And while we did not play the main event, one of our dear friends, Alex from the Variant channel, actually managed to get into day 2 and to improve his score a bit as well in the second day of the competition. So we are super proud of him and we were really happy that he managed to pull through. And on the cup, my luck continued because I got paired against Bela in one of the rounds, and yeah, just my luck running into Slowkings back to back, and the next day into my fiance. That's kind of crazy if you ask me. But in any case, Cup was super nice. We had a ton of fun. We had some pretty cool opponents. The vibes were really cool. And at the end, we got quite a few points to spend at the prize wall. We got the Searching Spark specs. And once again, we checked out the vendor area to just see if we missed anything. We also checked out the stage where Kim Pobega, our friend from the locals from Italy, played a featured match in the asymmetrical top cut. Unfortunately, he lost, and after that, we decided that it's time that we leave the venue for this year, maybe to return next year. We'll see how it goes. And on our way back to the hotel, we stopped at the store just to buy a couple of snacks for the next day, and of course, to grab some ready to eat things that we prepared ourselves for dinner. When we got there, of course, we prepared those ready to eat meals, ate our dinner whilst we were watching the stream, we were watching the finals, the Dragapult mirror that was happening at the venue, but unfortunately, we were too tired to stay there and watch, so we just watched on Leon's phone. After the finals concluded, we still had to open our prize packs.
Neji, Buffalo, Fiba, Crocalo, Tandemao, Turtonato, Contegre, Altaria, Togeti, Menki, Togekis.
And those were the hits that we got from them.
How are you feeling, guys?
And just like that, the weekend was over. The regionals concluded. We had to say goodbye to Lille and France as we hopped on the bus that took us back to Brussels to the airport, where we had to be even earlier than we usually would have been because they were expecting some delays. But luckily for us, we met some other Slovenian guys there as well. And after that, we took the plane, flew from Brussels back to Italy, and took a long drive home back to Ljubljana. The trip took us almost 13 hours, but let's be honest, the vast majority of the trip was actually waiting for the bus, waiting for the plane, and then, yeah, just driving back home. So, yeah, all in all, the weekend was pretty nice. Unfortunately, the results were not there where we wanted them to be, but I have still high hopes that we will turn this around in Stuttgart. Thanks so much for watching and catch you next time.